Hello, Trekkies and Truckers. Well, it's another day of Star Trek Timber, so let's start things off with who watches the Watchers. The Federation Starship Enterprise, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, arrives at the planet Mintanka 3 to resupply and repair a Federation outpost being used to monitor the Mintankan people, a proto-Vulcan race near a Bronze Age level of cultural development. As the Enterprise assists the outpost, an accident causes the holographic rock face to disappear, exposing the outpost to Liko, a Mintankan. Liko attempts to approach and is hit with an electrical shock, which causes him to fall off the cliff and sustain critical injuries. The Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Crusher, rushes to provide aid. She realizes the injuries are too severe to treat here and has him transported to the Enterprise for treatment despite the action violating the Prime Directive. Liko becomes conscious and witnesses everything occurring in sickbay, and focuses on Picard giving instructions. Dr. Crusher is able to heal Liko and attempts to wipe his memory of the incident before returning him to the planet. First Officer Riker suggests that he and Counselor Troy disguise themselves as Mintankans in order to search for Palmer, a missing member of the anthropological team, and to monitor Liko to make sure the memory wipe worked. They discover to their horror that the mind wipe did not take, as Liko recalls an image of the Picard, and has convinced the other Mintankans that the Picard must be their god. Okay. Troy and Riker silly try to dispel the myth of the Picard, which gains traction as a hunting party arrives with a delirious Palmer in tow. While Troy provides a diversion, telling the clan that another, like Palmer, is heading for the caves, Riker ties up an elderly man who was left behind to keep an eye on Palmer, and Riker and Palmer run away, and narrowly escape back to the Enterprise. Unfortunately, Troy is held captive for her hand in the escape, leaving Picard to take steps to rectify the situation without further violation of the Prime Directive. He transports Nuria, the leader of the village where Troy is being held, to the Enterprise and attempts to show her that he and the rest of the crew are mortal, including having her witness the death of a crewman in sickbay. Picard returns with Nuria to the surface in the middle of a thunderstorm, which Liko has taken as a sign of the Picard's anger. Nuria attempts to rationalize with Liko. Liko demands his own proof of Picard's mortality and aims an arrow at Picard. Picard insists that if this is the only proof Liko will accept, that Liko should shoot. Liko does, but his daughter pushes him so that he only wounds Picard. Nuria shows Liko Picard's blood from the wound, and Liko and the others come to accept that Picard is not a god. Picard and Troy return to the Enterprise, and after he is treated, Picard returns to the surface one last time, and explains to them and Mintankans that they will be removing the outpost and allowing them to develop on their own. Before Picard leaves, Nuria gives Picard a Mintankan tapestry as a gift. Oh, that was nice. So honestly, this is a pretty good episode, and I like the whole people thinking that someone's a god and the person trying to say, hey, no, I'm not a god, I'm just an average person, so there you go. So overall, I give Who Watches the Watchers 4 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me soon as we take a look at The Bonding. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.